Wow. If I hit the button. Yo. Still getting a couple things set up because my setup is chaos. I can't leave well when it works fine, so you know me. How is everyone doing? We'll get started here in a minute or two. Still trying to get that I had just a moment ago. But what I'm going to try to do today is hopefully make some progress on this time clock. I noticed that I haven't actually done a Doom project. So I'm going to take a crack at it and see what we can get. Hey Ralph, how are you doing? Let me see if I can get this adapter. One second, I'm going to dig through a bag real quick. Find this adapter so I get my top view camera going. I went and messed around with the settings that I had. Oh my key. And I didn't like it, so I took it out, and in the process, messed up my Okay. Well, I can't find it, so whatever. Screen today, or top camera. It's fine. I need to get the display going anyway, so wipe this bad boy up. And let's see, so on it. Well, I had an SD card on it. What I want to do is pull off the card, or put the card on this host and start digging through it, and see where we can stick Doom and try to get that running. So some other stuff. I think, let me make sure I've already got this plugged in. Should see the SD card right here. This is the one off of this device. Just to mess around with that a little bit. Right now I want to a good location. Let's see, CD. Use DD, or Disk Destroyer as I like to call it, and our dev SDC. We're going to clone the whole SD card, and then OF K9000 dot image. And it's going to give us permission denied. I do that just to double check. Okay, that looks good. And then we'll do sudo. Alright. And that's going to make a image for us. So it might take a little bit. A little bit more. I also added some, they're kind of basic. It's just some crap that I made with Aseprite, some pixel art. So it looks like that is done. The disk is done being operated on, and then there's our K9000 image. Device, loop block device, so we're going to use LO setup. And just do tech help. And find. So let's do tech F and tech P for part scan, and then we're going to, and then we'll do ls block again. And let's see, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug this, so we don't accidentally mess with the. So now we got a boot device set up with all of our partitions detected on too. So real quick, let's do the boot. Victor temp fs cd2 Victor root. Oops. The root ones I know we'll probably have based off the partition structure. We've got bytes out of the 1.9 total, so that's probably going to be like our root. Then we have like a 50 megabyte partition. That one's probably going to be our boot. We could probably do like fdisk sudo fdisk dev 0, and we can print out the partition types. So we can see this one's a FAT16, so that's most likely our root partition. And we've got a Linux, we've got extended, no idea out of that. And let's go ahead and sudo mount dev loop 0p, what was it for our root one? P2. And let's just make sure that there's stuff in there. Cool. So we got stuff in our root folder. And then let's go ahead and mount that boot folder. P1. This one is going to be boot. Okay, yep, that looks like some U-boot. Then let's try P3. Let's try P3. Yeah, we'll get that on our what was it? Miscellaneous or something? What do we call it? Media. Oh, I guess it doesn't like the extended format or whatever that is. Okay, we'll try P4. Wait, how big is P4? No, we don't have a P4, we have a P5. Okay, we have a P3 and a P5. P5 is 99 megabytes, and the P6 is 275. Let's do P4 since it's smaller. We'll put that on the conf one. CONF. Oh, sorry, not P4, P5. And we'll put P6 since it's the larger one on the media. And we can move that around once we actually know what's on those. Okay, so ls conf directory. We've got something that sounds like a database, scripts, lost and found. Okay. And on the media one, we've got audio, photo. Cool. And actually I want to make a script because I feel I will be doing this a lot. So let's go ahead and go back up to, what is it? This one, and we want to echo. We will echo this into mount tempfs sh, and I believe that should append it to the end of it. And we can, let's see, cd RFF, clock. Okay. And then let's do this one, right? Oh no, my bad. It's the double chevron for append. So we'll do that. Which one do we just get rid of root? Okay, that's the append. I can never remember the which one's which. Okay, and just because I don't want to be retyping a bunch of stuff, let's see, or no, it was P5, right? Because there was P3, which was a mistake for addition. We don't know what that is. And then there's no P4, and then there's P5, which is our conf directory. And then let's do P6. And this one's going to be our media. And then if we look at this, cat this out. Alright, so nano, mount tempfs, do our shebang. MSH, let's do sudo setup F, and then P, and we'll do our K9000 image. Actually, you know what, real quick, I want to back that up. K9000 image before we go and start jacking with it. Yeah, I think that's right. Sudo setup. No. It's search for sudo. No, I want to replace. There we go. Sudo with a space, replace with nothing. Oh, okay. And then we will chmod plus X, our script, to make it executable. And then gonna umount our stuff, our loopx. Actually, I think I can. Ooh. Capital D to detach all. I think that'll do it. No? Okay, whatever. Sudo umount. Let's unmount all of these. Okay, there we go. Now it's gone. And then let's check our mount script. Oh, real quick, let's clone this. CP K9000. Oh, not in the right folder. Copy K9000.image to K9000 image dot back. Sync. All right. And let's do mount tempfs. Oh, yeah. Sudo mount tempfs. Oh, you know, okay. The TMP of those? Yeah, TMP. Okay. Okay, whatever. Yeah, mountain. I'll mess with that later. Let's dig around on this file system. Oh, actually, I wanted to get Sublime Text on here. I haven't messed with that. Hey, thank you, memory address 413. X4133. Yeah, see that's the thing, is I am not good at forward engineering. I get like maybe 20% of the way through a project, or however much, until I get until I'm entertained and learn what I want, and then I move on to something else. The forward engineering stuff that I'm not good at. Let's see if we can dig through. A lot of this is probably going to be restricted based off of file permissions. So real quick, I don't know, it's view, list, give me list view. Yeah, there we go. So we can sort these by executable and shell scripts. I usually like to look at the shell scripts first, because those are a lot of fun. And then I want to it starts up and boots. Linux system. We can tell that this is some form of Linux, but what kind of Linux, how does it start up, and all that other good stuff is a good question. Oops. RPM stuff, okay. So I'm just going to do a little digging around, and maybe we can see something fun. Let me make these a little bit bigger for you guys. There we go. I don't really need that going right now. I'm on. Yes. Got a handful of folders in here. Under a var folder. Are empty. Cache, font config. FTP, this looks pretty, some of this looks pretty standard. And I has games. Any games? You got any games on your time clock? OPT? OPT usually has some fun stuff. Demo. Databases. ToursDB. Programs. Derby logo. Hey, look, we got a hat. What about root? Anything under here? Oh, it's probably not going to show me because permissions. Let's see. here, but oh, it's LA. Or, oh, there's a couple things in there. BNC profile. Let's see. Now I do know, I have dug through this system a little bit, not a whole lot. I do know that there are some passwords and hashes on here that I don't want to just kind of blast out on stream. But if you catch one, good luck. Oop, temp? Anything fun under temp? Oh, Opera widget? I don't know what that is. The GD folder? Nothing good directory, is that what that means? Power log, plain text. Just tell us when it's been powered on. Oh, hey, look, PoE. I was testing this thing with PoE a while ago and it wasn't doing anything, but this could also be previous runs. Source? Sounds? EC logo that way? Oh, nice. You guys hear that? Does that come through the capture? I don't think it does. I don't think I'm capturing the audio from the, No. That'd be funny, though. Yeah, so this is that was the noise when it turns on. That's kind of fun. Bunch of folders in here. Next sessions. Desktop directories. Application. Pretty bog standard, I guess. Local. Okay, here's some stuff. Bin. That might be part of the custom software. Reports, get total memory, get disk space. So neat. Let's install Sublime Text. Wonder if that'll work. Hey, cool. Open folder in here for our juice. Let's go squeeze in some juice. Type, make directory juice. Right, so this is where we're gonna keep all of our interesting things. Dark. There we go. Wowie! That just scales the window up. View. Oh, I know it's in there. It's in there somewhere. Whatever. You'll just have to squint. If you can't see, you just have to squint. I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and cd into our tempfs shell script. Anything ending in .sh. Look, everything in here, iname. Let's see, do splat.sh, and we will pipe the errors to dev null. All right, so that out, and we'll save this as shell script list.txt. Put it under here, under our juice. Anything that is interesting. Where do we want to start? There are. So I this thing run Doom. I think what we need to do is we need to find the or like the RC folder, so like this RCS. So when the system is at like user land, it'll start where I want to start putting my own code for launching Doom. What kind of architecture this is? I think it's some version, some flavor of ARM. So we'll have with basically this whole software stack, and then like I said, I haven't really messed around with making Doom run on something weird before. What is that? Chrome.sh. So I think that's probably what we're gonna do, is let's try to figure out what the startup process looks like, and then we can go from there. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna make a new file. Startup process. Init scripts. So we've got generally it goes and then we've got our kernel, and we've got like userland. What we can do is we can start with like the boot folder. We can see what kernel version it is, and then we'll from there kind of dig into some of the userland scripts. Go ahead and go to our boot directory. We actually really analyze a lot of these, so let's figure out. Data, just some raw binary data. Is this legacy U-Boot? Do I even have Binwalk installed? No. So, is it Binwalk? Alright, well, while we wait for that thing to do its stuff, we'll go to tempfs, root, and let's go to the proc folder. Nothing. Okay, so proc probably isn't going to be populated unless the system is running. That's another thing that I want to do on this, is I want to get a shell, like get SSH going, or find some way to get like an actual shell over the network where I can kind of mess with this thing while it's on and running. And start what the kernel runline looks like, and then what also the running processes look like. I feel like that's going to be pretty important to start running that. Okay. Let's go to Reddit, of course. Go. I can extract files with binwalk, but I want to kind of know like what it's doing. -L. Let's try that. See what that does. I do not have make image. What is MK image? Okay, what package is this with? Alright, about U-Boot tools. Oh, look at that! Oh, juicy. I love it. Alright, so... Preview section over here. Because we want to remember that for later, right? Six. That's actually pretty modernish, I guess. Processor, ARM Linux, kernel image. Image, you can try to mount it with a loop. Is it compressed? Oh, it's uncompressed. Okay. Oh, we learned a little bit. So it's running ARM. I don't know what specific version of ARM, but maybe we can do that. Do this. TIE2E. I mean, I could probably also just look at the damn chip on the back. Yeah. OMAP 3503 helps to look at the chip on 03E, right? 35. US. Okay, whatever. That is our reboot, and then there's a not super familiar with U-Boot environments. U-Boot. And I think we can do TAC E, right? TAC E for extract any file. Oh, it's TAC E. TAC E. Oh, there are none to extract. Extract is just the polynomial table. I have no idea what that is. Image? Anything in there? Okay, so there's a ZM image. We've got compressed data at that address. So we could extract these files. UImage header, I believe this is what we just read. Yeah, that's that. What we just read. And then this is the executable Z image. Is the compressed one. Oh. P UImage. We're gonna bring this back up. A folder. Let's see. All right, so that's going to be our. Let's go ahead and LSLA. How big is that? That's going to G. Wait. And then what is it? Gzip. D. Not in Gzip format. Okay. Let's see, Unix path, home builder, blah, 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 blah. Certificates, Linux kernel version, 2.6, more stuff. Okay. I wonder if this is, let's try. It. It's not like a disk image with partitions. I don't know what I'm trying to find here, I guess. I can move on. Let's go check out the actual system startup. Get any ideas? So the kernel and userland init scripts. Let's go ahead and check under root, and we will go to etc. It's usually where most of this. Let's see. We want init. Init tab. So this looks like some interesting stuff. Let's go ahead and write shell scripts, plain text, syslogng.conf. So generally in these init folders, they go numeric order. So start with like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go through letters. In terms of like how it actually runs these scripts in an order. So this would be the first one. This one does look kind of interesting. Let's see, let me make this into, make it dark mode. All right, whatever. Good enough for me. So it looks like what it's going to do is it checks for a couple things. No RCS file for target startup. Make sure the /proc is mounted. Check for kernel uboot mlo boot. Okay, is that what that crumb directory was that I was reading about? Bin? Source? Crumb. There it is, user. Wonder what that looks like. For deleting crumb files of all firmware in NGT. This is required for RPM-based firmware installation / updates. Update the firmware on this hardware. You could stick file under etc, and it'll pretty simple. Okay. Test if that exists. If it does, then we make the directory temp to fat, and we copy things, blah, blah, blah. What else are we doing? udev service starts udev, removes the... What does spin start udev? Udev. All right, that is a script file. This may just be some normal Linux stuff. Based on the udev init. UDEV script. Okay, that's interesting. For sticking our encryption enabler disablers. We've got a couple of kernel modules, kernel option modules. User has been encryption set up. I'm going to say it doesn't look like it's encrypted because later if we want. So it checks RTC, set password. Let's just initialize EEPROMs. Let's see. Root. Oh. Initialize EEPROMs. No? Oh. Ding. Ooh, manufacturing info file. And throw this into here. Just a little syntax highlighting, make it a little bit easier to read. It's kind of a big one. I guess my music stopped. I didn't even notice. I was too enamored or absorbed into the file system. I didn't even notice. One. This one's kind of interesting. We got MLC terminal ID. Stands for. Keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and do a MLC main logic card. I don't really understand yet. This is something is keeping like a list of acronyms or like shortcut words that people use when they're working, which has gotten pretty helpful because you end up seeing stuff like this, like is main logic card. You can use that to Kopbit, KOPBit, set up Kronos. Oh, Kopbit, KOP. I think that's what it is. Kopbit is provided by ADP. Kopbit is, but let's go ahead and add that in there too. Acronyms. Mac ID, APD revision. Check Kopbit frequency encryption. That one might be an interesting one to look at. Probably under SB. Yeah. Let's go into our juice folder. Files. Sudo. The user has been. Oops. I'm gonna copy that to. There we go. And now what we can do is we can look in here at. What was our other one? Hi, kitty cat. Okay, so now we got that. Titled file, close without saving. And we will. So we pulled that one out. And we're just trying to build like a good flow looks like. Straight to whatever Linux setup it is. Software for whatever manufacturer crap is on here. In GT. Because if we don't know exactly what it's doing, it might be like initializing and setting up. You want to kind of make sure that it does that, because if screen on it, and it's got a biometric reader and a bunch of stuff too early. So it looks like what it's doing is it's going through and it's updating the firmware of the. It sets the MLC main logic controller, sets the revision. I really like these comments. Check if KPD keypad is connected. Or whatever. Let's see. Whatever that is. Group to check whether to upgrade down. Okay. Alright, so it looks like it. There's also interesting commented out stuff that's pre-production. So here's our set get manufactured following EEPROMs. Got 1, 2, 3, and 5. PDB. So we got the main logic controller is an EEPROM. We've got TBD or TDB. Sorry. EEPROM ID. Do not expose serial number to per. Whatever that is. and you're like, you see some person who created something back in 2011 for some company. Supposed to see this stuff. It's like exploration, right? You like find some abandoned building and you're crawling through it and you see like some old some sort of markings on it. It's kind of fun. All right, so here's our interesting variables. KP header create. Nice. Cool, look at this. They got some examples of what those look like. That's nice. Cool. Let's see if Ethtool is installed. Option. Okay. So it's handling. This looks all pretty standard. Close that out. Close that out. Close without saving. Here's our ETC. There's an init. And I'm going to copy all of these over to our. Open a new tab. Juice. Interesting. Okay, so this is that one that we got distracted. Manufacturing params, that's where we got sidetracked. Okay, and then the next thing that it does is it sets all that crap. 07. Where's that? Oops. Nothing. Okay, whatever. Splash screen. Ooh, we can change the splash screen. Manufacturing params. Oh no, wait, this is checking. Yeah, it's checking to see if the value is Chronos or if it's ADP. Enable interrupt power management. Issue on 504. That's fun. I like that too when you see like some. So if our directory doesn't exist, tempngd, then we make a tempngd folder. Did tempngd, got nothing. Tempngd, nothing. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now we won't miss any. Kind of sad because usually that's where a lot of fun, interesting things are. Like already running. And I think it's... Huh. Let's see. Doesn't seem like it's actually updated. I guess you guys are still getting my audio, but the capture's not working? I don't know. Cursed. I don't know why OBS is not doing that now. Start it. There we go. That's weird. I've been talking about stuff and you guys have been hearing me, but I don't think you've been. Sad, but it's okay. Alright, so what folder specific the startup scripts. So we've got this startup script, and that one launches out into the set params, which is what I was talking about earlier. Do start server and check HTTPD. So let's go ahead and look at those. See what that's all about. Oh. There we go. Alright, so let's clear that. We want to copy that. Just copy it. We'll just get that one over. Temp-fs root and bin. Was it start? So by scripts, shell scripts. No, that's not where it was it? User bin. Okay, so we want start server. SSH FB server. SSH copy ID. TPD. Ooh, Wi-Fi dongle status. Okay, let's check those. We'll copy those over to our interesting folder. And let's do start server. One. Let's see, checks to see if there is a value. So it sources this. It sources a config file under etc ras, ras config.ini. And then it goes and takes a variable, sticks it into the password for this user. Set a script. User bin store pass wd. Bruh. Okay, so that's no. I think that might be like old ass Linux writing your pass wd file. Which might explain why I saw plain text credentials in there, which you shouldn't really have on a system. Not nowadays, at least. Maybe when this thing was made back in 2011. Oh, I see my chatbots isn't working either. Oh, that's no fun. Well, my stream is falling apart, y'all. So this file goes and sets up a ls mod. Goes and sets up a kernel module called VMS. No idea what that is. And then it removes a temp file, so it checks to see if there's a temp.txt. And then it removes it. Not sure what that is, but args equals arg4. IS4 HC meter. Okay, desktop name. It sounds like VNC settings. We have like a desktop name. Then we have RTSC SSHD stop. So it looks like by default, whatever this SSHD script is, it runs stop in there. And then kill all 9 FB servers. We start SSHD start and then FB server args. Where's FB server? Facebook server? No. It's we're phishing again. Do FB server. User bin. Okay. Oops. Strings, my beloved. What do we got going on in here? What does this do? No idea. Memory compare. Strings. Get PID. FCH mod. String copy. Flush. Socket. Oh, corrupt JPEG data. Let's do write failed on temporary file out of disk space. Export JPEG. Huh. No idea what this is. Some sort of weird server. Is F short for file? It's not caution. Oh, quantization tables are too coarse for baseline JPEG. What is this? The Sims? Binlock? Binlock on that file. User bin FB server. Copyright 1995 to 2004. What the hell is FB server? FB server. Oh my god, the fucking search on the modern web is absolute dog shit. I am so annoyed. And FB server. Firebird database server. What the fuck is Firebird? Firebird SQL. Okay, that kind of makes sense. SQL files or database files that we saw. Okay. I will move on. As interesting as that is. I really want to do binary analysis on something that is normal or benign or unrelated to make goes through and it sets some IP tables rules. Okay. It looks like it starts is actually running SSH and then we can use that to get our shell. Let's go back to root etc and then our init. Where's our init? Init. So sort these by names. We've got functions, host names. Let's check out the functions one, right? Yeah, so it's probably just other stuff. Idea proc, status, blah blah blah. Resolve DM name. Nothing crazy fun in there. What else we got? Hostname.sh. What is this? Sets hostname. All right, could have guessed that. Localhost no setting was found. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. RCS and then RCS.rpm save. This is RCS. Minimum RCS file for target startup. What we were reading earlier, I think. Resets USB hub. Oh, wait a minute. This is a different. This one only goes so far. This goes down to like touchscreen calibration. Right, reset USB hub touchscreen, and then definitely longer. So maybe this one has some more crap in it. This is like pre-boot, and then this is post pre-boot. Set up interface speed. Do not change the order of the FB server and Opera startup. Okay. So renices the process. It starts it. User bin start server. Okay. I guess that's Opera browser or something? I have no idea. Use your local Opera. Let's see. CD user local Opera. I guess we know what version of ARM this is now. CC. Cat readme. Oop. CD GCC. No wait. ARM GCC. Cat readme. All contents of this package are Opera software ASA. .index. SDK build version Titan map 30. That's kind of nice. That gives us some interesting building. Let's can I change this to build? Bruh. Because we might need that. Might need that later when we go to build Doom for this Burp. I have a license, I'll enter it later. So we've got that information, which is kind of cool. What else do we have in here? Controller.so, GOG, Googie Opera? Googie Opera, DFB Dynamic. Bunch of ELF executables. Okie dokie. Printer? I don't know what any of this stuff is. We might get it. Oh. All right. Here. And keep digging through this. We gotta NGD, check HTTPD. Let's see what that is. User bin. I don't think we've looked at that yet. Do we? Do we have that in here? No. Oh, yes. Okay, but we have not seen it. File temp output HTML while do x python user bin get page.py. What is that? Server is running. I guess this is a check. Check to see if the server is running. That's kind of weird to do that with the Python. Localhost HTML theme K uploader HTML. Okay. So this is a nice, like, start digging through the HTML on this thing if it's we know where the root is. We'll figure that out. In DI mode, start firewall.sh or .sh. Let's see what's in here. Did we get, oh, we copied. Drop all remote traffic to port 80 and 443. Okay, so stuff with nothing if there's no firewall flag. Start firewall. All right, softload U-boot or kernel or xloader. My music turned off again. Okay. Write it and check whether USB is ready. If not, then screen attached. USB hub not ready. Waiting. As let me show you guys real quick. This thing has a USB port. Plugged into it, and this goes to the. That could be fun. I mean, you could stick something else in there, but I don't know. Logging completed. Var log pre-log start or pre-startup.log. Do this stuff? No? Where does it go from here? Our CSS folder. There's RCD. Looks pretty standard stuff. Splash screen. Starting Jetty. That's interesting. Like the real startup script. Because it could be that these are like kind of extras on there. Cleared off the disk. So let's see, this one does the initialize EEPROMs, which we saw. It also starts Jetty, which is something. Start tone.sh. Let's see. What has it been? Start? No. User. Let's try user bin. No. Let's do find. Start tone dot sh. S-bin. So this is probably what makes the doot noise when the thing turns on. A play file. EC logo 13. User sounds. What was that noise I played earlier? Okay. Cat user. Oh. Display? Like early mode file buffer for the display? Okay, so it goes through every file into this folder and it starts. Do afterwards. Mix the NGB, check HTTP. Firmware? Oops. And then it does FTP start script. Ooh, FTP start. Where? Slash S-bin. Oh, that's because I'm dumb. Wait, FTP. No? I guess this doesn't exist. It's gotta exist on the file system somewhere. Let's do a search. Let's do a find. Find. Guess it really doesn't exist. Or maybe. Nope. Interesting. So maybe this isn't actually one of the real startup scripts. This could have been like a like an older one, or like a script, some crap like that. They were putting this together. Oh, okay. Kind of interesting. RC Let's check the next RCS.D is what it... Ooh, look at that. Oh, you can see I already tried... Start up some code for me. Mess with that later. It's plain text, it's not actually shell script. So I'm gonna inspect these over here. CSD. Any script that starts with this in this directory. Okay, cool. Oh, you know, that's probably why my script didn't work. Okay, so let's start with the lowest number. Network, okay. Yeah, so this one looks like you're just bringing up network interfaces. Nothing crazy exciting in here. Check to see if there's a wireless. Run garpd, gratuitous ARP. Script speed.sh. Kind of an unexciting one. What's that? Now let's go to DHCP. This one's all somewhere else. Or it did it over here. Sets up IPv. R log. What do we got? WTemp. Ooh. 1 byte. Opera log. Opera for device. Ah. Correct frame buffer. Yeah, so I think that is a frame buffer, that FB0. So I think that's what it's using to write to the display. They're using to write to the display. That's kind of neat. MSP version log. Okay. Oh. Oh, is the mic cutting out? I might need to adjust the gate on it or something. Hello, hello? In touch log. I guess this is the whole. Oh yeah, it's kind of juicy. Maybe. Yeah, let's try something real quick. How's that? Is that better? And it's not, because I was using noise suppression, but I changed it to a noise gate instead. I think the noise suppression is a little whack. Breathe. We could probably find what script is starting this, or like making these log files, and then that'll probably tell us which one is actually being ran during startup. Startup. Here. This RCS script. And then anything in the RCSD, that's actually what's... This one right here. Yeah. They're the ones that are... So this is the start. They're the ones that follows through, and this is what's writing the log file right here. Oh, I think that's and -rcs.d. Yeah, so it does that one. Here. Oh, I know how that's going. Ah, gotcha. Interesting. Script ID log E offload. Okay, like issues and no, got it. Yeah, that's a symlink. We've got a wtemp plugin. What is this? Wipey? Nothing. Got some PIDs in here. PID files. OPT. The RCS script. And then we're looking at what's actually in this RCS folder. Get our syslog, what's applicant. We're setting like the Wi-Fi, WPA. And Wi-Fi connection. Okay, that's pretty bog standard. Offload. File etcsoftware.com. Offload is not complete. Offload is for staging the device, for setting the device up, so where you like plug it in, because in an enterprise environment, when you've got like 40 of these or 40 plus of these things to install in your environment, you probably want some sort of like deployment script, and this is probably related to that. So this has like a scripts and install path staging area, NGD. So NGD is likely related to the custom software load that's on here. And that's to say that it's like not standard Linux. Okay, so I think what that's doing, let's check the soft load script. What that do? Pretty standard. Okay. I don't know what Jetty is, but it sounds like it's something Java. Wow, could that script be any larger? Let's go that. This looks like a service. Oh. No. The Java. Java HTTP server. We know we're working with the Java HTTP. I was. Config. Configuration files. Got configs under etc Jetty. Jetty web apps. All right. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. I imagine like got the Opera frame buffer that's writing the display on the thing, big ass touchscreen, and then it's got an HTTP to render that stuff. Not entirely sure, but the Getty hyphen and then X. Let's do find. Y Getty oh, I'm cutting up again. I'll figure that out. What if it's like a network thing, something? File server, web apps. I think web apps is what I'm gonna look at. Yeah, user local web apps. Oh, these are Java web apps, right? These are .war files or something. In a previous life. Let's see if there are any .war files. Library. Web project? Okay. Dig super deep into that. What else do we have over here? Access. The user local Getty. Other folders in here too, like Light HTTPD and NGD and Opera, RAS. InTouch runtime key store, that seems fun. InTouch is let's for InTouch. It list of any related files. Rlog InTouch, touch biometric images. Ooh. Rollback direct RPM files. CS startup scripts. ARM v6. So this might be for like an older version of it. The rollback directory. That would make sense. Web apps. NGD. Let's see. Then with InTouch web application. It's really just I want to poke at it. The proprietary code and custom stuff that manufacturers stick in there. Mostly because they don't want you to see it. And there's also, I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting to see how somebody configures and sets up an operating system or sets up some hardware. And it's a good opportunity to learn. I find that when I'm doing stuff, you know, how to get around those challenges, or, you know, it's just a good opportunity. What else is in here? We got web.inf, webxml. Don't. We're not good. We can dig into those if we need to. Yeah, this all looks like a web web application. I cannot. Application resource file. I remember messing with the. What's the name of the malware files? IBM? They've been IBM. Yes, this is like basically your whole web application in a file. We've got NGD specific stuff. Let's look at NGD.com. IO port name. Biometric finger.image.path. This looks like a bunch of pretty interesting. Port configuration disable script. I wonder if there's like stuff that you can do triggered. Quick guide. Main screen.html. Yeah, so this is interesting. I was messing with this a while ago. And smoke card. You're supposed to be able to like swipe it. Like so, and that'll put it into maintenance mode. I believe that is the data that is on this card, and so that's kind of how it authenticates. To mess with that later, see if like I can clone this, like take this data right here, write it to. Maybe even just change this value. That will set that or change it. Process runner group scripts. new line? Oh. It's right. We have S plan. And there's lots of it. A lot of it I'm not sure if it's like relevant. It looks like it's all custom. This whole system. No, so it's probably something that I'm doing that I can fix. I'll check into it after this stream. The discs so that I can upload them later. Ooh, look at this. SWD file. VNC server running? That would be kind of whack. Process runner group 3 scripts. I guess it says those will go and do certain things. This file is huge. Okay. Ooh, DNS. Okay, IP addresses. These work. No, they're local. Or 32s or whatever. Cool. That's the properties, copy. Stick that over here. Break that out. Reconfigured one. Yo, what up, Patrick? This is kind of like a template. The template file. At least under temp. I think that it's a template. Maybe that's what all these are. Offload defaults. And let's enter org. Apache, velocity, runtime, defaults. Platform B. I think this Apache velocity. Launching all of the custom code? I don't know. Wait, what else? Let's do a Jetty XML, Jetty dash logging. So it's all under the user folder. Device config property. Port configuration 80. SSH and ICMP. That's another thing that I want to do. So I want to get this thing on the network on this LAN. I guess we could do that. I want to get. That'll give me a better idea of what we can do. Do I have InMap? I do. Okay. On the net. So I've got it plugged up to my set. It will turn it on, and what it does. Oh, I need to get the SD card in there. Where is that SD card at? Dang, here it is. Okay, so we've got our SD card in there, and fire it up. All right, and then first, Ethernet cable. Yeah, I know, that's what Delusu was saying. Restart stuff on my end. Boot up. It is not the fastest thing in the world, so it'd be interesting to see how well Doom runs on it. Looks like it's on, at least booted up now. So, see it on the network. Got OPN Sense going. Ooh, services, or releases. Then. Okay. Run us through app T4 168 1-4, and let's just do port we can try into the maintenance mode on this thing. Maybe it needs to be configured. Oops. Nothing? Bruh. Hello? Oh, I think I broke it. I don't know what I did wrong. Alright. Wait, did I let the smoke out or something? What is it doing? Bruh. Put the speaker on it, Crackle. Oh, maybe it's thinking about it. Oh, it's because the freaking SD card isn't in. I knocked the SD card out like a goober. Yeah, it won't do anything without that. It'll turn on and do nothing. Yeah, there we go. I can only break this thing. Don't worry, I have a couple more. I can stand. Man, this thing does take a long... Alright, well while I wait for this to boot up again, let me restart the lab stream. It shouldn't disconnect you guys, but let me restart it over here real quick. 1 sec. Alright. See if that prevents the thing from messing up again. Making it sweet time. You can tell these things. Okay. Go ahead and see if we can get the... I guess it's still cutting in and out, huh? If I can get this thing on the net. Or maybe if I can see what it's got. Ooh, road access. Disabled. Alright, we'll leave it disabled. VoIP. Food symbology. Communication settings. EV4. Set to DHC, or DHCP. See what that actually does. Okay. Wonder if we get anything on. This thing's actually pulling an IP address. Not yet, at least. Oh. Next. Change database password, remote debug mode. Bridge GPIO? Monitor GPIO inputs. Ooh. Oh, no, not remote bag. Network connectivity. One, nine. Tried to ping, did not do anything. I don't think this thing's actually pulling an IP address. Communication, IP4, general. Server device initiated? Maybe we need to do device initiated. That primary server password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This is about. I wonder if this is talking about the HTTP server that's on the device. Like you can have like a remote server, or the device itself can run its own server. See what that does. Config. Maybe I can set it to static. Let's do .168.1.30. 255. 55. Yeah. Speed auto. See what that does. Maybe. That's fine. Well, let's see what this does. Okay. For the membership. Elusu. I promise I'll get the stuttering fixed. What'd be kind of nice to do is get that set up and then just post them up. Let's try to ping it. Keep anything. Nothing. Alright. Maybe the router config. Oh, I just me AGB5. No, wait one sec. No, I don't. Shouldn't need to do. Configure OP instance once and then forget how to do it. Game. I know. No, I want the. Where'd the damn ARP cat? I don't know. Edit devices. Got a link. Nice. Need to do it. Yeah, let's try. Oh yeah, see it says it's got no network on here. That's kind of funny. I'm gonna need DNS configured to an IP address. You just do it. Probably just me being bad. Wait, let's see. I think I want to take a break real quick and more Well, I will be right back. Minute. Okie dokie. I am back. So let's see if I can stop being a bad at open. Let's just do the OP instance and configuration. Let's see. What did I miss? Face it. Interfaces have to be assigned to a physical port. Oh, is that what I need to do? I need to go in here. Oh, I thought I could add more. For gore. Fucking rip. Face on. Unplug. And can't see. So given this hardware, work fix. That's the not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I know it's a thing. I've just not in ArcLinux. Guess you'd have to compile it for guess you could probably take some libraries or something. Wait, here it is. Map 3530 board. Same chip that we got. That would be kind of fun for like a just set up a custom build for this hardware. That we already have, we could probably reverse that. That would take a while. It'd be fun though. That was like or somebody mentioned it that you're good at forward engineering. That's my shortcoming. But I think install on this hardware, and that there's probably some others. Installing packages with an ARP, like some sort of I think what is that, CentOS? RPM file. Okay. That's the kind of build that's on this one. Last build. Or at least the package manager, the RPM. No? Okay, this is, I believe, just gonna whine. I don't know, we'll see. 92 don't. The DHCP server on it. This is where I break it. Break the 5-minute router adventure, right? Hello? Doing anything now? Broken? No? Okay. Interface. CP. Use DHCP for this. Okay, we're going to test it. Because I want to confirm my sanity. So I'm gonna unplug this dude real quick. I don't exactly think it's supposed to be doing, and I'm instead gonna plug this into we've got this dude. And that thing should pull an IP address. Let me see. No? Hmm. This is totally not working. Okay. Hmm. It's not made in the middle proxy. I just installed it earlier. Why am I? Well, that's definitely not working. Yeah, my router config is. I feel like I'm not, didn't set this up properly. Use it. Oh, sorry about that. Reason. So the better cap. I can get that to work. An issue with the can figure out how to use the terminal if I have to. Whatever. O2 module. Fifth module. Do the oops. Yes, that's the ARP cat. There's something. So that is our game. Let's. I know this thing has DHCP configured. Because otherwise, pretty sure. This isn't the worst thing in the world. In other words, I have no idea what I'm doing. Is it no longer updating? There we go. Oh, you know what I did. Nothing. Big is 4. I don't think we actually need to have that assigned to it. Actual config. My non-lab config. Thanks for hanging. Maybe get 2 tonight. Signage price tags, but bye-bye, Labra. Make sure it goes off first. Wait until the link state goes down. Oh, thinking about it. Huh. Okay. There we go. That's how do I set these interfaces into switched interface? There we go. Oh, I just have to make a bridge. Yeah. Comes back up. Whatever nonsense config I was doing. Because normally that are on the other side of pfSense, at least that's my bridge interfaces on the OPNsense before. So let's figure that out. Ooh. Okay, I'll just do that. Here we go. Oh, wait. Okay, then let's see. We go to. I think we need to assign this real quick. Okay, it's backwards from what I had, but whatever. That in there. We'll undo that cable. That one. Then we need IGB5. Add a new bridge. Remember interfaces. I I just make things worse for me. Link local address. Oh, actually, here. Add more. No. Nope. Actually, I need to fix this before I lock myself out. We want it. Okay, so then we go. The fact that it's got. We could change. Good band. A minute. No. For itself. Okay. And it's gonna boot me out. To port. And then if we did everything right. Aw, sweet. That's weird. But I guess it works. Dashboard? Okay. Ooh. 85. That's confusing. I see. Understand now. Like this is ID. And now, if I want OPT5, I can put back 2. Let me change that into the management one and then configure that. I'll do that later, but for now, that way, if I ever get disconnected from Ethernet into that port and be able to configure the devices bridge, PT1, 2, 3, and 4. P5 is... That's just... Okay. I don't think we did anything, but I think we're good. Who is... And then now if I plug something into it, I think it'll... Let's read. Got anything going on over those ports? What?